Job Search Module 6, Interviews. Now that you've applied, you may hear back from a potential employer to learn more about you. Then they will reach out to set up an interview. Interview processes vary between employers depending on the position, how many applicants there are, and their application process. Once you set up a time for an interview, it is time to prepare. That's right, just like studying for a test, you should study for interviews. By training, you will be more able to answer interview questions and represent yourself and your skills during the interview. Start learning as much as possible about the company and the position you are applying for. Applicants who demonstrate that they know the company and its goals, plus how the role fits into those goals, will be ready to answer questions like, why are you interviewing here? What do you like about our company? Do you see yourself fitting in here? It is also essential to highlight the skills that you have that are directly called out in the job posting. So, if the position asks for applicants with good customer service skills, you need to have an example of when you demonstrated these skills with a short, concise story of your experience. When applying for an entry-level position, there may only be one interview, and sometimes those interviews are held on the spot as you submit your job application. So be ready! There are usually 2 to 3 interviews for other positions where the employer narrows down their top candidates. Each time, prospective employers will contact you if they want to move you forward to the next round. Initial interviews, which are often held on the phone, are performed to screen you for skills, while later ones may have you meet more of the team and finalize your culture fit. It is imperative to send follow-up emails after each interview. Simply thank them for taking the time to interview you and show that you listened by mentioning something discussed in the interview or asking a question that might reflect well on you. These follow-ups show that you care and can be the difference between getting the job and not. Skill assessments have become increasingly common in the interview process. It could be through a questionnaire, or you may shadow at the company. Many office jobs have skill assessments that you can do online from home. They can take varying amounts of times, anywhere from an hour to many hours of work. They allow your future employer to see what kind of work you will produce. Potential employers may request work samples and portfolios at the time of application or throughout the interview process. These are sometimes documents or websites showing job candidates' past work. Either design work, writing samples, or whatever you do on hand will make the application process much more manageable. This is also a great way to find potential clients if you want to enter the gig economy and work freelance. At the end of all the interviews and assessments, you will either not be contacted by the company again, rejected, or offered the job. In conclusion, remember to practice for the interview so you're prepared for any question. The interview process may be different depending on the job. And send a follow-up email after the interview and wait for the response.